Adjustments made. Music on. Timer started a little bit late, but that's fine. Post going out. There we go. So hello, I am Zazza KQ from Lockington, as always, and you are interested in the future. We are all interested in the future, which is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives, and future events such as these will affect you in the future. You're interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable, that is why you are here. And, I'm just gonna give you some old adventure game stuff. Tired of the future, can you go back? No. It is illegal. Returning from the future is impossible. Alright, that is all of the messages that need to go out. We've got 3-ish minutes to, I guess, sit here and stare at each other before it's time to start. I wonder how Save Stream is going. Or if it's going still. I had to duck out early. Yeah, it looks like it's still going. Okay, that's cool. I love that, they used to put out actual, like, music CDs of MIDI music back in the day. And I mean, I can't knock it. These are good MIDIs. Just music CD of MIDI music. I'm impressed by that. Let's see, where did we leave off last time? Last time Nico had just been let free by the police. Which, I guess she got a really good lawyer. I don't know anything about the French legal system. So I guess we'll be going back to the scene of the crime to investigate it. Which, definitely a very intelligent and good idea. Can't think of anything that could possibly go wrong with this. This is a relaxing one. This is from part of what's known as, like, the Gargiv trilogy of Legend of Heroes games. 3 games that are actually pretty intertwined, and when they got an American release, they were released in the wrong order with, like, atrocious machine translation level writing. I heard that there was a fan translation group working on doing them properly. I have no idea whatever happened with that. Like, they announced it and immediately went radio silent for 3 years. My hope is that because they've worked with Nippon Ichi Software before, maybe they can get it legitimatized and released in stores. But who knows? Oh! A vocal okay, I'm gonna have to remember I'm gonna have to... How to skip this one and clip that off. There we go. I've been slowly removing the vocal tracks from the playlist. I think it would be fine if I played them. I've never actually gotten a copyright ding or a copyright notice on any of them. But I don't know. Vocal tracks make me nervous. Alright, let's get over here. Pull this down. And I think I've adjusted the size of things to the proper scaling. Where is the actual game? It's under B. I'm very good at everything I do, and just a complete master of software technology. THQ. Alright, where were we? Paris. The Sleepy Woodrat, you made it today. Hello. It's good to see you. Although, if you are tired, you can always go back to bed. The VODs will be there. But it's good to have you here live. Speaking of here live, hello, Serious Song's enormous rating party. Congratulations, you've raided into me playing the PlayStation 2 version of a 2003 adventure, point-and-click adventure game. Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing here, but... Raid incoming, yes it is. Hello, Lady Valeria Aragornska. Your name is a gigantic mouthful. Hello. And White Wolf C, your name is less of a mouthful. Hello.
I considered leaving the apartment.
Alright, let's head back to the crime scene and see if we can do anything productive there this time. Because last time we were there, we just got arrested. The loading crystal is just going to glow at us for a while. Folks who stuck around from your own raid, well, I'm glad to have them. I'm glad to have all of you here. I may not know what I'm doing, and I may not be the best host, and I may not have any respect for the chat box at all because I put my ears in front of them, and I may not... What was I talking about? Anyway, there's a video game here.
She asked so many questions. Odd questions.
If you ask me, she wasn't really a reporter.
She knows you are a witness.
Who
Not that I want to worry you.
You're right. I saw her entering the poor boy's apartment. Then I heard the shots.
I don't know how you sleep.
I am apparently overhearing people talk.
That's her.
This is just what I assume happens when I walk around the corner and... Hi there! What are y'all talking about?
The old woman looked like she could stand around all day. She reminded me of an aunt of mine. She wasn't a pleasant woman.
Good to know.
Hello.
Bonjour. You're that reporter that came round a couple of days ago.
That's right.
Okay, that's all we're getting out of her. What about you?
Bonjour.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
I thought you'd been arrested.
They released me. I didn't kill him.
You made a mistake, Edith.
I don't think so.
About the woman you saw,
I'm looking at her right now.
are there any details you can remember that might help?
I told the police everything. Why should I tell you?
Because she tried to frame me for murder.
Ha! What do you take me for? A character in some kind of detective story?
She's had a nasty shock.
She's not the only one.
She did tell me something. Something she overheard Vernon say.
Go on. It could be important.
He said the power was building up. And he mentioned a manuscript.
He's writing Dragon Ball
I don't know if
fanfic.
that helps.
It might. Thanks.
I don't know. The delivery on that line was, interesting. He said the power is building up, and wow, ma'am. Okay. Yeah. He's got the power. I have no idea where I should be right now. Like, she'd never heard those words in English before and was trying to say the lines phonetically. It's important to build up the voix. It is. If you don't have enough voix built up and you try to pa, then it can go all squiddly. Please pretend that sentence meant anything. My entire livelihood hinges on it. Alright, listen at the door.
The door may have been too thick, but I couldn't hear anything.
Look at the door.
It was just a door. Nothing particularly special.
Open it.
The door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
A low voix pa results in a gentle and friendly nose boop. That's valid. Alright, let's non-suspiciously re-enter the apartment by the fire escape.
The door was locked.
They foiled me. Alright, let's not re-enter via the fire escape. Let's, see if we can... What about this one?
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
I love how they rendered every door in the city. Stare through the windows like the sicko. I don't have a button for that. They should have a button for that. Alright, is this open?
The gate was locked.
Okay, is there anything in there? Because we can just, like, Lara Croft right over this thing. I still have a sneak button, and I don't know why. Doesn't look like anything's in here. Okay. Bonk. Oh, there's just this one part of the wall that's low. I wondered. Alright. Yeah, sadly, this is not Sneak King. I cannot sneak up on anybody and give them a hamburger. Dramatically.
I considered leaving the area,
Nah.
but decided to remain here.
I was hoping we could head out that way, but I guess not.
Hello again.
I'm surprised to see you.
They had no evidence. In the end, they had to let me go. What do you know about Inspector Surat?
I can tell you only one thing. He's tough, but fair.
That's two things.
I guess it's your lucky day.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
What? That... Okay, yeah, okay. Playing Sneak King always makes you hungry. I mean, same, but I'm always hungry. So, Wait, I have a gears button on this one. Oh, we could just walk in the front door. I'd like to welcome you again, Raiders, where you spend 15 minutes watching me attempt to get in a door that isn't fucking locked. Do you think this is a good investment of your time? Alright, nothing this way.
The door was securely locked.
Right, yeah, none of this looks like it will help. Do I actually have to go in the window again?
The window was now locked tight.
Oh, okay. Vegetarian, and even if you weren't, you could do better than Burger King. Even the non-vegetarian human cannot live by steak alone.
The door was locked.
Like, I believe it was Steven Universe, or possibly Greg Universe, who said that if every hamburger was perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs. Something like that. Let's see,
The apartment was silent. Not this time.
okay.
It was Vernon's front door.
So it's locked, but...
The window led out to the balcony.
I don't know how to... I guess I don't know how to get in here.
The apartment was silent.
Okay, how about the apartment across? Is there anybody in the apartment across?
I couldn't hear anything.
No. And we've established that this
It was
door
the
probably
to the
doesn't open.
neighbor's apartment.
I don't... It looks like there's a little lock down by the floor, but I can't interact with it. Maybe I didn't exhaust the conversation options. Would love a good steak. I have not had a steak in... many, many years. It is not in the budget. Now that Nico has been released from the crime she didn't commit, it's back to the scene to commit more crimes she did commit. Yes! I'm gonna check her notebook, actually, and see what she has to say about this. Encountered killer, young dark-haired woman. Okay. Save hidden under Vernon's from... Kid with skateboards, his car is red E-Type Jaguar. Warden saw a theatrical mask in killer's car. Okay, police arrested me for Vernon's murder. Neighbor claims she saw me enter apartment just before gunshots. Out in custody for 2 days, no charge, hope trail isn't cold. That's it. That's all we got. Yeah, we gotta... Alright, ma'am? Is there anything else you can tell me?
I had nothing more to ask her.
Not a dang thing. Okay, good to know. We're doing great.
I couldn't open
None
the
of these doors
It was
open.
locked. The door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
Can I look in the window? No.
Nothing but silence behind the door.
And we can't get down to the park. Whoops. Whoop. And, will the police let us in?
Hello again.
I'm surprised to see you.
They had no evidence. In the end, they had to let me go. Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Comes jogging up to you from fourth screen the way to say, I had nothing more to ask her out loud, and then leave again. Yeah. What about the park? Anything going on in here? What's this? These are flowers. There is absolutely nothing going on in here. I love that this game has such a detailed overworld and absolutely the fuck nothing happens in it. A car by the sidewalk. The building was heavily windowed. A woman stood by the doorway. She looked very unpleasant. I attempted to engage her in conversation, but she just looked at me and left. I couldn't imagine why. Real talk. I love the thing in cartoons where, like, they will have a noir detective, and he has no, like, inner monologue. All of his monologue is exterior. I absolutely love that so much.
Here.
Okay, I'm gonna go back up and I'm gonna poke at... Well, no, I'm not gonna go... I can't decide if I should try to go in from the front or the back. That's what she... No. 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 I guess if I can't figure anything out, I'll, turn to a guide or something. I'm sorry, I had to fight with myself for that one. But none of these are... I don't suppose I can do the fucking, like... newspaper trick. No. Since I have a newspaper and I've got stuff I could poke through the keyhole. And that's the oldest goddamn trick in the book. But there's been no word of a key in any of these locks. I'm prepared to do it, I just don't see where it would help. Maybe back up on the balcony. I'll check one more time. And then I'm turning to a guidebook. the GOG release has a nicely formatted little PDF, like, walkthrough guide. I had a quick glance to make sure it was there in case I needed it. Because I needed it for, the very end of... No, I didn't need it for the end of Broken Sword 2. I thought I was going to need it for the end... What am I doing? I thought I was going to need it for the end of Broken Sword 2, but I didn't. Check the trash?
Just trash. Nothing but trash.
Just looked it up. Okay. You know what? Cut loose. Am I in the right area? Am I anywhere near the right track? Is there somebody that I'm not seeing? Or I am? Okay.
The door was locked.
Flat.
The police had done a very good job sealing the crime scene. The flat had been securely locked up. I could see the key in the keyhole inside the door.
I knew! I'm carrying a newspaper around. I knew I would have to do this.
I had to find out why Vernon wanted to see me, and why he was killed before he got the chance. This was an old trick, but it might just work.
And then you poke it with the pencil.
Let's
and the
see
key
whether
comes
those
out the
old
other
TV
side.
shows were accurate. Aha!
Then you grab the newspaper.
Gently does it. It worked. The key landed neatly on the paper.
I knew! And I didn't know where.
The lock opened with a satisfying click.
We're in. Door status hacked. Alright. My gosh, that is a fuzzy wolf. No, I think the ass status is just dummy at this point. Alright, let's, what's this?
A box of tissues stood on the counter.
Ours now.
A girl should never be without a tissue. The trash can contained no clues.
Damn. So far we've broken into Vernon's apartment and stolen his tissues. He doesn't need them, he's dead. Let's see. Nothing over here. There's the safe. We don't have the passcode.
The door was pretty plain looking.
This is, I think, his bathroom. We're not gonna use the bidet. I do still wonder why there's a bra in his bathroom. It must be his... You know what? I'm not gonna judge. What's in...
I had a pretty good idea who was going to be behind the door.
Stealth. Alright, we found his girlfriend. Surprise! We let ourselves in. How's it
Excuse
going?
me, Beatrice.
Why have you come here? Didn't the police arrest you?
They released me. I didn't kill Vernon, but I saw the woman who did.
What do you want with me?
I want to help.
Go away!
Give her the tissue?
Here. I understand if you don't want to talk.
Thanks.
But I'm going to talk to you anyway.
Can I ask you about Vernon?
He was very anxious to meet you.
What did he want to talk to me about? Do you know?
Not the details. He was acting so strangely.
Go on.
He said his life was in danger. Wouldn't let me come up to the flat. We had to meet in the gardens.
Why was he so scared?
It was those people.
Who?
I don't know. They paid Vernon to crack some old manuscript. I don't know why it was such a big deal. Anyone can see the manuscript on the internet.
So did he crack it?
Of course. Vernon's the best. He was the best.
So what happened then?
They told him to keep quiet. Threatened him. That was 6 months ago.
So he risked his life to speak to me. But why now?
He said it was all coming true.
What was?
He wouldn't tell me. The stuff in the manuscript, I suppose.
Interesting. More information about manuscripts can be found on the internet.
Do you know anything about Vernon's safe?
Only that he's got one somewhere.
You don't know the combination?
No. It would have to be easy to remember, though. Vernon had a terrible memory.
Really?
I used to laugh, because he was always asking me my birthday.
Go on.
What's your birthday again, babe? He'd say. 23rd of October. Same every year, I tell him.
Okay, Beatrice. I'll leave you alone now.
No, about that woman? What if she comes back?
Don't worry. She won't.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to find her and get to the bottom of this. Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
That was really brusque, Nico. But I don't know. I have a lot of
If
sympathy
you
for
think of
Beatrice.
anything, or just need to talk, I'm at 361 Rue Jarry.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
How do you know that? How does she know what again? Okay, back to the safe. Like that the killer won't come back? I think she's making more of a declarative statement. The killer won't be able to come back. Because she's going to find said killer and beat her ass.
Piecing together the information from Beatrice, I figured that her birth date was the combination I needed. Et voila!
Alright, what's in there?
There were only two things inside. A hand-drawn diagram and a DVD disc.
Okay. Yeah, the loading times in this are really a thing. What is this?
Vernon claimed the diagram had some importance.
Did he?
That wasn't appropriate.
Okay, it's inappropriate to look at the diagram. Can we...
Who needs ornaments when you've got a TV?
I don't think we can watch it here. A digital video disc. Yes. We can play it in the ATM machine.
The DVD disc didn't have a label. I didn't care who it was for. A reporter has to get her leads where she can. I just needed a DVD player to view it on.
I think Nico mentioned having a DVD player at her apartment. Honestly, it is remarkably hard to get my computer to play a DVD. Generally speaking, I have to, like, jump through hoops every time I feel the urge to watch a Blu-ray or DVD. It's been very irritating. I guess I have to use this end. Alright, let's get back to the apartment and see what's on this disc. What is so important that
I
this
had
guy
the
died
DVD,
for it?
and now I needed to take a look at its contents. Going back to my place was the best option.
What the?
Okay! Quick time event. I missed it.
I had the DVD, and now I needed to take a look at its contents.
Rewind.
Going back to my place was the best option.
What the?
My God, that was close! That was the sports car I was looking for earlier.
Oh well. No, I probably ought to try to, like, follow it. Oh, wait, what about the traffic lady? Did she see anything suspicious happen just now?
Hello again.
I'm surprised to see you.
They had no evidence.
Okay, no, I
In the
guess they
end,
did.
had
She
to
did
let me
not.
go. Do you recognize this diagram?
Very interesting. Of course, you're holding it upside down.
But what is it?
The emblem of the alien fleet.
Terrific. Thanks. I'd best be on my way.
Okay,
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
that was... useful? Anyway, I have the suspicion that we're not going to be able to, chase a jaguar down on foot. Nope.
I considered leaving the area.
Oh well.
and decided to visit my apartment.
A digital video disc. I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking, yeah, why not? At least we didn't keep, like... Yeah, she just completely doesn't react to that. Alright,
I didn't have the time to spend watching TV.
yes you do.
My hands trembled as I slid the disc into the slot. What was so important that it got Vernon killed?
If you are watching this, Mouse, then, well, you know what's happened. The whole world is in danger, Beatrice. The manuscript those people paid me to decode had a secret. A deadly secret. Though I didn't know it at the time. You know all those earthquakes and the crazy weather I've been going on about? They were predicted in the manuscript. Turns out it's quite famous. Called the Voynich manuscript. People have been trying to crack it for years, and I beat them to it. Me, Vernon Blier. I haven't decoded everything, but what I've seen is enough. It talks of a power so great, it could destroy the whole of mankind. It flows continually around the earth along routes known as ley lines. The Chinese call them dragon lines.
Oh, there we go. There's our
The
sleeping
ancient
dragon.
civilization even learned how to use this energy, and it brought them great power. They became greedy. They lost control. The power surged. It almost destroyed the world. Beatrice, the people who paid me want to harness this power. And if they do, it is the end of the world. For real! You'll find a diagram with this. It's important, but I haven't worked out why yet. Two things I know are very important. Something called the Key of Solomon, and the strange phrase, devils and witches dance with cows on the Sabbath.
Sounds like a good time to me.
The more I work on the manuscript, the more confused I become. And the more I fear for my life. Whatever happens, Mouse, I love you.
I think we should... I want to go back and give this disc to...
I'd wanted a big story. Now it looked as though I'd found one. But what did it all mean? I was going to need help.
I want to give this disc back to her. Like, I'm gonna take a quick detour and see
I
if we can
considered
do
leaving
that.
the apartment and decided to visit Vernon's place.
It's probably a bad idea that would get her killed, but, still. Anyway, that's probably our sleeping dragon is a mystical Chinese ley line that affects the weather. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. It's so obvious. Look, dragon, abstract, metaphorical. Man, I was convinced they were gonna do an actual dragon because they've got a character named George, and they're not gonna have him, like, actually fight a dragon. Missed opportunity. But we're still early on. That could change. Maybe they're the physical dragon in this web of lines and lays and... Open the door, Nico. Thank you. The thing about chasing dragons is that you really have to have something in mind for when you actually catch one. Can we give her the disc? Snoot boop? I mean, sure. But you do need a plan. Alright, can we... We did not bring the DVD with us. Really? Can we at least tell her about it? Key in the diagram. We
I
cannot.
managed to break in.
No wonder the police thought that you were a criminal.
Any idea what this is?
Looks like a picture of a spider.
Did you know Vernon was almost broke?
Vernon was always almost broke. That's why I loved him.
Is there a term for the opposite of a gold digger? Because,
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Oh, I
have
just...
nothing more to ask her.
Just had to make you sob again. Don't worry about it. Goodbye. Have a good time.
Did you ever have the feeling you're being watched? That the eyes of strange, eerie things are upon you?
I always feel as though the eyes of strange, eerie things are upon me. Thank you for the watch. It is a pleasure to know that perhaps you shall be back in the future. And future events such as these, etc., etc. I say that too much. Strange, eerie things being my audience. Well, I wasn't going to say it outright. So I'm glad you did. Anyway, lately I've been working through the Broken Sword series. This is the third one of the series. I've been doing that on the weekends. This weekday, I also stream Tuesday through Friday, and I'm considering what to do next. It will likely be a JRPG of some kind.
And decided to visit my apartment.
Still musing on it. The biggest looming ideas are Skies of Arcadia Legends and Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. But there are many options. Alright. Can we call maybe George, or...
Perhaps I should make a call.
Nope, Andre only. Okay, can he
I
help?
wondered if Andre might have any ideas.
Andre Lobineau?
Hi, Andre.
Nico, where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for 2 days.
The police arrested me.
What? Are you crazy? What happened?
They held me in the cells for 2 days on trumped-up charges, and then released me without a word of apology. I just hope the trail hasn't gone cold.
What are you going to do now?
Look for more clues, I suppose. I've got a serious problem, Andre. I really need your help.
Tell me about it and I'll see what I can do.
The guy who died?
The one you went to interview?
That's him. He left me a message recorded onto a disc.
How terribly dramatic. A voice from beyond the grave.
This is serious, Andre. In his message, he says he managed to decipher something called the Voynich manuscript. Also, do you know anything about the Key of Solomon?
I need to see this for myself. I'll see you at your place.
Alright, I forgot that the Key of Solomon is involved. Of course. Solomon's key, it creates and destroys blocks. And if you pick up the jar, it can shoot fireballs.
Whatever happens, Mouse, I love you.
If even 1/10 of that is true,
We have to assume it is, Andre.
let's summarize what he's told us.
Something called the Voynich manuscript suggests that an ancient civilization used a power that ran through the earth itself.
And someone is trying to use that power today, possibly in the process causing earthquakes.
That strange diagram and something called the Key of Solomon has, as yet unknown, significance.
I have no idea what the diagram is, but I know about the Key of Solomon.
What does it unlock?
It's a fabled book that holds the wisdom of Solomon. What else was there?
Devils and witches dancing with cows on the Sabbath.
Devils and witches were reputed to have danced on the Ile Saint-Louis.
Part of that island used to be called Ile aux Vaches.
Cow Island.
There's a significant connection to the Ile Saint-Louis. If we could only pinpoint it more closely.
Nobody has ever been able to decipher the Voynich manuscript. That's true. Is the Voynich manuscript the one that's like an RPG manual, like it has plants and stuff detailed in it? What's this?
My battered old phone had seen better days.
Oh, right, that's the phone. Here's Andre.
Andre is a dear old friend. He's always been very supportive.
Bothering you the whole time? Ah, yeah. I mean, I can't remember if it's the Voynich manuscript or something else I'm thinking of. Ah, yes, it is. People suspect that it's an alchemic thing. People suspect that it's definitely not Latin, but the SKCD guy believes it's somewhat nerdy old world-building / conlang LARPing book. I could see it.
What could it mean, Andre?
We're going to have to be methodical about this.
Alright, what's our method?
What do you think that pattern represents?
It looks a bit like a spider.
Andre, this is serious. Do you think it could have anything to do with the lines of energy he mentioned?
Maybe this is where the power lines meet up.
Brilliant! That's it! But how does that help us?
Well, we need to find some representation of where he's drawing them over. But presumably it's somewhere in Ile St. Louis. Alternately, it's the internet. It's the literal web.
You say the Key of Solomon is a book.
Yes. There are even ancient Hebrew manuscripts that are claimed to be the real thing. But genuine scholars doubt their authenticity.
Perhaps the real thing contains further information on this.
Maybe more information about ley lines can be found in ancient Hebrew texts. I'd believe it.
What's the significance of the Ile Saint-Louis?
I have no idea. Perhaps we need a connection to another piece of information.
Do you think there is a theatrical link to the island?
You need to do some research.
I know just the place to phone.
Do you? Would you like to share it with me?
Perhaps I should make a call.
The newspaper. Yeah, alright.
Better check in with my paper.
News desk?
I need you to help me.
That's what I'm here for?
You're a resting actress, so you might know this. Is there a theatrical connection to the Ile Saint-Louis?
There's an old theater on the island. I knew some people who were trying to get it reopened a few years back. But it's been condemned for the last 5 years.
Does it have a name?
Hieroglyph.
Thanks. I owe you one.
The hieroglyph? Okay. That's
Bye
not
now.
kind of a bloody giveaway. Let's, Anyway, thanks, Andre. Bye. Let's head out there.
I considered leaving my apartment. Andre, I'm going to hunt down some more clues.
It's a bit late to go poking around an old theater.
I'll be fine. Typical.
It kind of is very typical.
Hello?
Remember me? Your boss?
Ah,
Where the hell have you been?
in jail. How come you didn't bail me out?
We're a bit low on resources right now, Nico. Which is why I have a new assignment for you.
I'm still working on the dead hacker story.
That's old news. I want you to
I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
drop the case.
No! Someone framed me.
You don't get to choose, Nico. That's not the deal.
In that case, I quit. You know, I feel better for that.
There's just the question of how you'll pay the bills and eat.
Something will come up.
You sound like your friend, Georges.
Oh, Andre's walk cycle, Jesus Christ. We only saw a second of it, and it was already too much. Also, wow, back in 2003, you could just quit your job and do whatever you wanted.
The theater looked as if it had been abandoned for years. I wondered if it was really the right place. I was going to have to get inside to find out.
It is condemned, so... Alright, what is this?
The door was in a terrible state, but the lock was brand new. Someone was obviously still using this place.
Okay.
I peered through the window, but the place was too dark.
The window? Okay. Was Andre making fun of George? Yes, always, even he doesn't realize he's doing it. Hello, Flair.
The door was locked. I couldn't force it.
Alright, let's see if we can find a way in. Can we go around the side?
Nothing special about this door. I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
I love how they've modeled every locked door in the city of France. You know, the French city. The one French city in the world.
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
Silent Hill 3 says hi. That's fair. Survival horror has much more of a emphasis on that kind of thing, but...
The door had nothing remarkable about it.
Oh, nope, I see it.
The door was shut fast.
I see it. We're gonna have to go across the top. We're gonna have to get up onto this railing somehow. What? Hold on. Okay, it's just a guy holding his face. It looked like he was reaching for the camera. Like, the man who will get you. In theaters. Starting... Hello, wait a minute. No, not any of this.
It was the red Jaguar that had nearly run me over.
I thought so.
The killer clearly had the connection to the theater. It looked like I was on the right track after all. I could see the mask the traffic warden had described. I was
Michael
in the
Myers.
right place, all right.
Can we get in?
The door was locked. I had no way of opening it, short of throwing a brick through the window.
No bricks. Okay. Yeah, throw a brick. That's exactly what I was thinking. Alright, and then there's this huge scaffolding, which is a little too conspicuous to be coincidental. Probably. Well, the camera angle sure as fuck is. But I don't see any way to get up there. Oh. We just jump. Okay. You see, back in 2003, they had just discovered that there was a whole other dimension that point-and-click adventure games had been neglecting. So you get a fair bit of verticality and climbing, and When strange scaffolds are involved, it makes for good Zyzy streams. I'll look something up. One moment. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. So we grab this, we pull it over here. Climb up here. Turn around. Prince of Whoop! Okay. I am gonna go right off the edge of a cliff at some point. The solution is to move a box. The solution in this is always to move a box. What's this?
It was an advertising billboard. It looked long enough to reach across to the other side of the alley. And that was where I had to go.
Cool.
The base of the billboard was attached by metal clips. I had loosened the clips, but the billboard didn't budge.
Kick it. Kick it.
I had loosened the clips, but nothing had happened. No way was I doing that.
All right.
It was the construction company's billboard.
So we've loosened the clips, and Nico won't...
I had loosened the clips, but nothing
give it a
happened.
shove. I guess I have to go up. I guess I have to push from a higher position. Okay, can I... push the box back? No? Can't get up there? Okay. Well, let's Donkey Kong this shit, and, go around here. Come up on this side. Come up further. Now we go down. Yep, on the other side of this fence. Climb up this ladder. Verticality! It's the future of video games! Should have known. Can't get away without climbing again. Okay, let's give it a kick now.
It was a gamble, but my options were limited. Success!
You're really gonna make me walk all the way back over there, aren't you? You're gonna make... okay. God forbid we just jump down onto it or anything. Isn't the original Metroid was all about verticality? I mean, that's true. But the original Metroid was in the past, not the future. The far-off future of 2003. That's where we are right now. Do I know how we're in the future? I don't know how we're in the future. Tachyons, I guess. Don't worry about it. And we jump across, and we go back over here, and we go back up. Said we go back up, Nico. There we go. Much more climbing. Oh, and I should have left the box where it was. Vivians? Oh no, those turn you pink. And if you shoot them, you can get a high score. But you have to be fast. They're only on the screen for a few minutes. Or several hours on the weekends.
I was risking death with every step, but so what? I felt like I was under a death sentence already.
Nico, don't say things like that before you go uncontrollable. Oh, well. Okay.
God, that was close. I was trapped on the theater side with no way back.
That's okay. Oh, so hello, Ether Bunny. Anything behind the store?
Nothing but silence behind the door.
Okay, can we get in? No.
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
One of these doors will not be locked.
Just another locked door.
Wait.
The door was shut
This isn't even the
fast
theater.
and wouldn't open.
I forgot why we came up here. This isn't even the theater. I think we go down here and then across the rooftops. Or maybe we cut through here? I guess we cut through here, okay. I knew one of these doors had to be open. That's a lie, I didn't know that at all. Alright, we are now inside a building. What a change. Ah, this is a theater. Good. Let's take it slow, take it quiet. Maybe sneak? I don't know how stealthy we have to be. It's hit me with the Resident Evil camera angles, though, so that's something. Please stop making creepy noises at me, video game.
All was quiet.
Alright. Anything in here? More theater. If there are clown fart trumpets in the basement, then we're done. You're right. You should put the clown fart basements in the clown fart basement, yes. You should put the clown fart basement in the attic. No one will ever expect it. Very atmospheric, but I'm not seeing a lot going on.
There was somebody coming. I had to hide. The popcorn stand was my only option.
I shall miss Paris, my dear. It has been charming, has it not?
I shall never forget it.
But the city is becoming unstable, and we have no need of this space.
When will we leave?
Soon. My plans are working out perfectly.
Of course.
Yao!
Well, you sold that Yao to
It
me.
seems that we have a visitor.
Is this the right place for the audition?
You again.
Aha, so this is the girl. Petra, my dear, you must introduce us.
Nico Collard? Senor Suzaro.
We have never met, and yet our lives have crossed.
For the worst.
In your case, that will certainly be true. Flap!
Cesaro easily has the best voice acting in the game so far, yes. He's got that smooth, silky, sort of, yeah, to his voice that really makes me want to push him off a cliff. Flap now! Mash buttons.
So, Bruno and I came to Paris. It was the first time I'd been back since, well, since the last time. I was on the trail of Cesaro and the Dragon Power. We waited till it got dark. Then Bruno led me through the back streets to the place he suspected. I waited while he checked the readings on his mysterious device.
That's a cell phone, George.
Calculations indicate that this is the place.
Behind that wall? Are you sure?
My machine tells me it is there, and I have no reason to doubt it.
Okay. Well, let's get inside and take a look.
No, I am not going in there. I said I would bring you here, and that is what I have done. I am not going in there.
Bruno, you're just being paranoid.
No, it is only paranoia when they are not out to get you.
Okay, Bruno, you stay here.
Okay. Also, I love that we are officially calling it the Dragon Power now. It makes me feel like, we're looking for an obscure NES cartridge. Ooh, what's in here? Why, it's boxes! Dragon Veins? Are we Fire Emblem Fates? You know what? Sure. This is Fire Emblem now. I can't wait for the turn-based battles to kick in.
It was a large recycling dumpster.
Okay.
I wonder what sort of things the French recycled.
What do you mean, what sort of things? Trash, George! What are the French the same thing that everybody else recycles, George. I miss him when he's not here. I miss him. He makes me look good. Alright, can we climb into whatever this is? Yeah, well, we sure can't do that. We cannot. That's interesting. Where are we supposed to climb with this box? Because you know they're the place. Over here, maybe. No. No, we wouldn't get anywhere. Can we move these trash cans? No. Well, maybe we're supposed to pull the box out of the alley and do something with it. I'm gonna go look around. No, we've got a thing here. I bet you can't push the box past this. That's interesting. Recyclable I'm imagining, like, a recyclable plastic baguette holder. Now. Like, not even a baguette wrapper, a holder. Like, those things that you stick in the ends of, corn on the cob.
Bruno had risked a lot to bring me here. I wasn't about to go sightseeing.
George, what do you have? A metal rod, a bottle opener? You've still kept the boxer shorts. That's lovely, George. Why have you done that?
Novels and short stories by the look of it. Kids' books. Shame it wasn't open. I still had a couple of gaps in my Tintin collection, and this could have been just the place.
I can't make fun of that. Tintin's fun.
Bruno had risked a lot to bring me here. I wasn't about to go sightseeing.
Same reason he kept Andre's panties for the entirety of Broken Sword 2 and never used them. Great! Great! George is an underwear collector now. That... You have no idea how happy this bit of canon makes me. I'm gonna cry.
The door was locked tight. I'd have to find another way in.
So... Somewhere back here is presumably the solution to what we can climb on.
It was a large recycling dumpster.
Yep, large recycling dumpster, you wonder what the French recycle. The answer is cheese. What's this?
I couldn't close the lid from the ground.
Ah. Looks like you can't close the lid from here either. Now all of Paris knows you're coming.
The window was latched inside. One of the panes was smashed, leaving a gaping hole. Suddenly, I was very scared of what lay ahead. Aha! The window opened easily.
Did it? Okay.
I found myself in a book repository.
I found myself in a room full of boxes to push. Oh, this shelf doesn't look suspicious, right? What's this?
I could see very little in the dark. I needed more light.
Oh. That's fair.
Nothing happened.
Okay. What's over here?
Locked. Maybe from the other side?
Entirely possible. I don't know why you're asking me, George.
Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Imagine keeping a yeti as a pet. Think of the hairballs. Yuck.
You're romantic, George.
Books on conspiracy theory. On the shelf below, the label read, Conspiracy Practice.
That gag is too good for this game. A petty. If that would be a petty... You could teach it to commit crimes and have a petty larceny.
A small metal filing cabinet. The labels on the drawers indicated that they were for storing the bills and paperwork. The drawers wouldn't open. They were securely locked.
Alright, can we... What's in here?
Books on cryptozoology,
Okay.
care and feeding.
Same as before?
Books on relationships, looking for love in the strangest places. I made a mental note to stay away from bookshops for the rest of my life.
Literacy is overrated, huh, George? Okay.
Books on relationships.
Yeah.
Looking for love in the strangest
So,
places.
these are big bookshelves. Okay. What's this one?
Books on the occult and the paranormal. Sacrifice Made Easy. 101 Ways to Kill a Goat. The perfect Christmas gift.
Cryptozoology, relationships, and Animal murder.
Books on sex. Nobody ever accused George Stobart of being scared to learn new tricks. The
George,
Kama Sutra.
please, not right now.
Of course, people had more joints in those days. Sex, a one-man mission. Well, only if you can't find a woman. Problems in the sack. Ah, I see. That should be in the vegetable section.
One night engagement, George Stobart, king of comedy.
This was a strange section. Secret doors and tunnels, construction and maintenance. There was a little plaque on the top of the shelf. These books kindly donated by the governor of Alcatraz.
What's this one?
Just some filing cabinet drawers. The labels on the drawers were old and unreadable. The filing cabinet was locked and I didn't have the key.
Alright, well,
Books on the occult and the paranormal.
And over here is the door. Well, another a door. Let's check that door. It goes to boxes. So many boxes. Oh my god, why are there so many fucking boxes in here? This game is right, George has no idea what sex is. I mean... he is a sexual being. It's just that that sex is, like, confused American. Confused American, yes. I think we can stick with that. Alright, are we trying to go out the window, or are we going up into the rafters? Because I saw a... yeah. Let's push some boxes over there. Alright. I don't know if we need that other box, come to think of it. I feel like we are gonna have to get up into the rafters there. Let's see if we can... oh, am I gonna need this? I'm gonna need the second box over there first. I'm gonna need like 2 box staircase, aren't I? Well, we can see if this works. If it doesn't... oh, right, we can't move it from there.
There was a box in the way of the switch.
Oh, right. I forgot. We have to, alright, well... we'll just push this over there. And that's why you need 2 boxes. So you can pull the one on top. I made this harder than I had to by looking at the camera angles. There we go. Climb up, pull this out of the way. Hop over it. We have lights!
The room was just a storeroom.
Yeah, but it's a storeroom with lights in it. Is there anything in here that we can check out? No. Alright. I still think it would be good to climb up there, but... did that turn the lights on out here? No. Well, I tried. Definitely a missing window pane, though. Alright. That's worth investigating. Particularly since I can't find anything else to do in here. Admittedly, I didn't check between every shelf. And potentially I should have. But I didn't. Circle around. Out one. You're right, there is definitely a missing... either a missing window pane or a non-reflective window pane. Either way, it might be worth climbing up there to get a look at it. And it's non-interactive. Okay. Don't like that. Alright, well, let's check between each of the bookshelves. Oh, wait. Hold on. No. No, this way. Hold on. I keep getting turned around because the camera really, really likes not being on the proper side. Ugh. Anyway, that one at the end is the one marked Secret Passages, which I have an innate suspicion of. Like, if the bookcase labeled Secret Passages doesn't slide out of the way at some point, I'm going to be deeply surprised and a little upset. Yeah, it comes to that. I don't suppose I can,
This was a strange section. Secret doors and tunnels, construction and maintenance. I had no reason to try that.
Alright, I just thought I'd check. Let's see if turning the lights on in that one room made the lights start working in this room. I don't know why that would happen, but...
Nothing happened.
No. George specifically comments that he can't see much.
I hoped to find something useful, but I was out of luck.
And this is a searchable box. So I keep thinking that, you know... But I suppose not. Well, we'll figure this out. Is there anything we can do here? Time to click all the it sure is. You know my methods, Watson. Alright, we can't do much with this window here. Let's see if we can, climb up towards the rafters. If we move this over here. Well, I've managed to seal us into the room. Good work. Nice Georging. Can't move that any further. No, we are clearly not getting any higher than this. Clamber over it. Alright, what about this? No? Nothing? Nothing, Tralala? Alright. And I don't think having 2 boxes over there would help. I do wonder if I could get at it from this angle. It feels very unlikely, but I've done stupider, less likely things. So let's give it a wing. Okay. Nope. No. We can pin ourselves in the corner, though. In case you ever wanted to do... Whoops, wait. We can move this. Now can you climb on top of that great big bookshelf that's clearly rendered as a walkable space? No, you can't. You cannot do that. Okay. And we can't move... Well... No, we can get on top, but we can't move this. Two boxes at once is just too hot. Fuck. So I've just considered that maybe if we move that second box up there. Maybe if we slide that along, we can get on top of that and get up to the rafters. So let's undo all of my hard work. Watching this makes you wonder something. No, I have nothing better to do with my life. Are Resident Evil and Alone in the Dark adventure games? They share much of the same DNA. I would say Alone in the Dark is much closer to an adventure game than Resident Evil is. But if you told me that one of your favorite adventure games was Resident Evil, I would probably just be like, yeah, okay. The DNA in the bot. What are you, a Bones episode? If this is the correct answer, then I'm starting to see why people want to slap this game. Don't call out your bad TV viewing habits like that. Too bad. Consider that I know enough to make the reference in the first place, okay? Alright, let's make a quick check and see if George can grab that from here. No. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Both of us are in agreement that David Berens is... Yeah, okay, yeah, David Berens, I may have watched a lot of Angel in my life. God, between Buffy, Angel, and, like, Bones, David Berens' career has been just decades long, hasn't it? Like, the man hasn't been out of work in years. I can't get past there. So if this isn't it. This really isn't... Have I been wasting my time? Hold on, I cannot walk this any further forward. And there's a big stack of, like, hardbound manga in the way or some shit. So, the furthest forward I can get this is right here. And... Oh, wait, no, I can push it around the sides. I can push it around the side. I missed that. This... If this is, again, if this is the real solution to this puzzle... I don't know. I just don't know. You're not gonna give me a jump icon. All that, and you're not gonna give me a jump icon? We can't be sure quite yet. Because I can still push it, like, around this corner. It's not rage yet. Like, give me a couple minutes. We might have some rage. How am I gonna get this thing around a corner? I'm not, is what it is. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get stuck. Because I can't push this like that. George's arms don't work that way. And we established that... this is incorrect. Like, we established that this is wrong, because there's no jump icons here. Alright. It may be guide time. Let's line up a box. Oh, you're right. We can line up a box beside that stack, and then we can... Okay, yeah. And, oh, but now we can't really go anywhere. Yeah, he won't just push this... Oh, he will! George, you've been holding out on me! You comical fuck! Well, this doesn't help. Alright, now let's push this other one over there. I need room to do this. I said, comma, what did you think I said? Actually, don't answer. Conical. You pinhead? You conehead? But no, that's as far as we can get it, I think. I don't think he'll back off while pulling. No. That's as far as we can get it, and there's nothing here. Is it as far as we can get it? Right. Maybe if I had it... It's not as far as we can get it, is it? No, it's not. Get the top box of that little alcove area. I think you're right. I think you're right. Well, I can't push that box. What I need is to get a box in there now, so... I think I have to have had it in there before I did the... Before I did this. Happily I can go around... No, I can't go around it. Oh god, am I log jammed? Well, now that I know what the fuck to... Wait a minute.
Deep scratches had scarred the floor.
I'm going to eat the Encyclopedia Britannica. Son of a bitch! Okay.
These Freemasons and corporations only exist in your mind, and the world is just as simple as it was when you were a child.
We found progress.
A ladder led down into a well-lit passage. It looked like Bruno could be right.
Wonderful. A well-lit passage. I'm so happy. What was going to happen? We learned all the box pushing with a red herring. I'm gonna take a sledgehammer to Montgomery Ward. That's what happens. Are we in a fucking submarine? What is this?
It was some kind of ancient boiler. It was like something from a horror movie. I half expected to hear screams coming from inside.
Montgomery Ward's in a sledgeable... I don't know. I don't know what's real and what's fake anymore.
Hey, they got a show. It was some kind of a rehearsal. As a one-time director of the Idaho Players, I was no stranger to the thespian arts.
Where is it? We must have the location.
I tell you, I don't know.
Ah!
Let me do this properly. I know I can break her.
As you wish, Petra.
I'm not scared of you, you bunch of thugs.
Bravo.
5-year-old stale popcorn?
Senior Cicero, sir. Sorry to bother you.
Yes, what is it now?
We got a little problem downstairs.
Do be precise, Flap. What kind of a problem?
An intruder problem. A guy's getting killed problem.
Just as I was getting comfortable.
Cesaro. This was no rehearsal. And the girl giving the Oscar performance was my old friend Nico.
This is very tiresome. You will stay here, Miss Collard. Don't try anything.
Some hope. What do you think I'm going to do? Ask the audience for help?
Flap, you watch her like a hawk.
Like a hawk, Senior Cicero.
The name is Cesaro. Senor Cesaro. Do try and make an effort, Flap, or I shall have to kill you too.
Eats a box of 5-year-old stale popcorn. Oh, you clipped that. Thank you so much. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Okay, let's sneak up on stage and... Actually, he looks like he can see us from here. Let's save the game. Now let's try and sneak up on the stage.
Huh? What's that? Who's up there?
I realized the thug would spot me if I hung around.
A poisonous snake. Hey, you! You're dead meat!
Oh, that's going on the screen reel. That's going on the screen redeem. Ah! Sure, just whiny little baby. Thank you! No, that really is what he sounded like, isn't it? Oh, that's going on the screen reel. Okay. So let's see if we can figure out how to get anywhere. There is a door over here. And it looks like if we hug the wall, we can sneak backstage. Okay. We can take the ladder or we can take the stairs. I'd like to take the ladder. Be as loud as possible, George, or...
Whoa! The gangways were dangerous. They'd fallen away in places. It was a long way down.
Good. That means it'll hurt more when we drop shit on his head. Oh, what's this?
The lighting rig lowered part of the way, but then jammed fast.
We're gonna kill a man. It'll take George exactly 5 minutes to drop this weight. George? Balance beam? George? No? Okay, well, I guess not.
Watch out! A poisonous snake!
By swan diving off the catwalk or dropping the lights on him. I have been trying to walk off the catwalk, but it doesn't look like George is equipped to do that. Let's see if we can get to the other side of the stage. Can we... Nope. Okay.
I couldn't risk going on stage while the thug was still there. He'd hear me before I moved an inch.
He doesn't hear you galumphing up and down those stairs, George, so... Okay, let's... Sneaky creepy? Proximity audio. Oh, yeah, you're right. Just the wind. Actually, wait a minute. Can we, trigger the lighting rig from in here?
The panel controlled the sound. Nico really needed my help. The sound equipment controls were completely wrecked. How was I going to help Nico? The panel was wrecked beyond repair.
Alright, none of these
are... I needed to find a way to
are,
help Nico. This panel was broken too, wrecked on purpose. I needed to find a way to help Nico.
At least he has a sense of urgency that, like, a lot of adventure game characters don't in these kinds of situations. On the other hand, it's kind of hilarious. I thought about the sandwich I had for lunch. I wondered if it would have helped Nico. Alright, let's go down this side. Hopefully we won't get seen if we hug the wall. And it doesn't look like we will. In spite of being the most obvious thing on the planet.
The direct approach was out of the question. As soon as I stepped from the shadows, I'd be spotted. I had to find another way onto the stage.
Oh, we can't do that? Okay, well.
Huh. What's that? Who's up there?
I realized the thug would spot me if I hung around.
Oh well. Actually, it looks like sneaking is just completely irrelevant.
There was no point in coming all this way for nothing. I had to know why this place was so important.
And also something about Nico. Anything out here? Okay. Any of this stuff held any promise? Any of it? Some of these angles are just Resident Evil shots. It really feels that way. Wait.
Dust and Weevils. My favorite theater snack. I was wasting time when I should have been helping Nico. Popcorn buckets lay strewn across the counter and floor. Normally, I was prepared to kill for popcorn, but this didn't look too appetizing. I didn't want to take one with me.
Okay, just checking.
It was some kind of old drinks maker. The kind where you had to mix the syrup and the soda yourself. Just two flavors, lemonade and cola. Nico could die while I was wasting this time. Damn, just my luck, no soda. Trying broken machines wasn't gonna help Nico.
I'm sorry, this is getting funnier and funnier the longer I fuck around.
Wow, it was a classic cash register. I remember these from when I was a kid buying candy. This wasn't the way to help Nico. Maybe there was some cash still inside. Well, the drawer was jammed, so I guess not.
Robbing the place wasn't gonna help Nico.
It was locked and wouldn't open.
Wait, what was that? A paper cup.
The old paper cup looked like it had been stepped on.
Oh, wait a minute. I know. We have to go back up there. I figured it out. It's okay. It's okay. I know how to help Nico. This paper cup is going to save Nico's... No, it's not. I don't know why I'm still sneaking when we can just sprint. But, you know. I decided that if Nico died, I would give her my share of popcorn. Okay, Oh, no, we can... Okay. This is not what I expected. I was gonna try to use the metal bar to pry it. No?
Hanging from the rigging was a sandbag, which acted as a counterweight. I knew this would get his attention. Gotcha now.
Home Alone.
Well, Nicole Collard, tied to a chair, needing to be rescued. Again.
George! Don't just stand there. Untie me.
You know, this is becoming a habit. Maybe you should seek help. Okay.
Come on. Hurry.
Jeez, these knots are tight. Aha! Got it. Seriously, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. And it is good to see you. Your timing's perfect.
It always was.
So, how's Idaho, George?
Same as ever. It's a great vacation state. You ought to visit sometime.
Got any friends who'd put me up?
I could put a word in for you.
You're a real sport. Why the sudden interest in theater?
I'm on the trail of a guy who killed one of my clients. A man called Cesaro.
That's the maniac who captured me.
I know. I was watching from the stalls. Thought you were pretty good, by the way.
Thanks. I wasn't looking forward to the next scene, though.
Yeah. Those guys, they got their own special twist on the word corpse.
So tell me about Cesaro.
Cesaro connects back to the Neo-Templars.
Surprise, surprise. That explains Idiot Guy over there.
So why are you here?
The blonde. She killed the guy I was due to interview. Tracking her down brought me here.
We're working on the same case. Now that's amazing.
Only if you believe in coincidence. Do you?
No.
Me neither. Come on, George. We can't sit around here all day.
Okay, I'm starting to see some of the chemistry that people talk about between these two. Like, it was kind of missing in 1 and 2, but I'm starting to feel it. They're starting to get their banter together.
Nice to see someone else with a headache for a change. I knew the guy all right. He used to work for the Grand Master. Flap, they called him. Last time I'd seen him, he was falling from an express train in Scotland. Just too butt-ugly to die, I guess.
Got anything on him?
Flap believed in traveling light, just his IQ and his gun. Me, I just put faith in the old IQ.
Did they call him Flap back in Broken Sword 1? Yeah, it was Flap and Guido. And I believe Guido died on screen. I can't remember how.
It was one heck of a shot, but I guess the cleaners wouldn't be too pleased.
Ito was there when the Templars blew up. Ah, you're right. What's this?
Ah! Damn, that's hot. What an incredibly dumbass thing to do.
Well, I'm not gonna say it.
No way was I touching those lights again.
He learns! Okay, are we just gonna stroll out, or... I guess we're just gonna stroll out. Cool. I wonder if we can stop and just show Nico everything in our inventory again.
Nico?
Yes, George?
I wonder if you could help me out.
It depends on what you want.
So, Nico, you still a reporter?
Not according to my editor.
Well, what happened? You get fired?
No, I quit first.
So, why did the blonde kill the guy you were interviewing?
He was trying to contact me. Said he had information about all this weird meteorological stuff going on. Said the world was going to end.
Concept art for Broken Sword 3 Flap is horrifying. That may be in the extras menu. I'll check when I'm done. Or we could pull it up here. Okay. Okay, that certainly is a look. One moment. He's got that real me when I get you vibe to him. Just Ralph crammed it, kind of. I mean... yeah, a bit. When I fucking get you, bottom text. Alright, let's get out of here. Or try to, or something.
The door was locked and I didn't have a key to open it.
Okay. Nothing around that side?
I couldn't open it because it was locked.
Locked doors everywhere. But yeah, Flap's got the beef.
It was locked and wouldn't open.
Alright, maybe we go back down and try the secret passages shelf or something. I'm still really bitter about all that box pushing. Maybe Nico wants the popcorn again. God damn popcorn.
There was no point in coming all this way for nothing. I had to know why this place was so important.
Oh, right, wait a minute. The other place we couldn't go is down this side of the stage. So, maybe there's something in here. There's stairs. And the stairs lead to a Dutch angle. Oh, man. It's authentic. An authentic French Dutch angle. Ooh, column.
Seeing Nico again was a strange experience. She was more beautiful than I remembered. Not that I would have dared tell her so.
No, I'm trying to look at the column, George, not Nico.
A beautifully painted cloth backdrop. It was a perfect market scene. Fruit stalls and bric-a-brac stalls.
Right here. I think this is supposed to be his internal monologue.
A dark but very colorful alley scene. Scenic artist. Now that was a nice career. Why hadn't I thought of that?
I don't know, do you have any artistic skill?
I'd found a box of theatrical grease paints. The sight transported me back to another day in Paris, a peaceful cafe, and a clown. And boy, did I hate clowns. I stuck my hand into the box and grabbed a stick. Bestheimer's number 7, white. What a lucky guess.
Alright, we got some grease paint. Now we can paint grease. One of these days I'm gonna walk into a door without using listen on it first, and I'm just gonna die.
Tucked under the counter was a safe. There was no dust on it. It was still in use. The rotting floor had begun to buckle under the weight. Damn! The safe was locked. But on reflection, that was hardly a surprise.
That's what safes are for. That's how you use it.
The drawers in the dresser were empty. They looked as if they'd been emptied years ago. It was just a wig mannequin.
Wig. Damn, no soda. Damn. Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride. What the hell is this camera angle for? Good work, George. What is it? What? Okay. And this is just empty, so let's move on. Alright, there's a safe in this room. Maybe we can get below it and, drop it through the floorboards? For real? George, stop running into the goddamn walls! Onto my head, onto my head.
No sounds came from behind the door.
If there's a heavy object around here that hasn't fallen onto my head yet, well, I blame gravity. Okay. How many sub-basements does this fucking theater have?
Stay away from me! I mean it!
What the hell's up with this guy?
Don't come in here! Stay away!
Somebody has put the fear of God into him.
Somebody or something. And you know what? He's safe in there. And the thing is out here.
The theater in Paris, there's at least 10 sub-basements. You're right, it probably goes straight to the fucking Paris catacombs.
No sounds came from behind the door. Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked.
Anything back here? No. Wait, maybe. Is that a hole? It looks like there's a hole here. But there's no reaction to it, so...
I could hear muttering through the door. Someone was in there, pacing the room and talking to himself.
Well, shit, let's go in there.
I wondered if I should investigate. Then again, maybe not.
No, do it.
The door had been locked. He wasn't letting anybody in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame. I was hoping we could get shot. see what's in here.
It was the fuse box for the theater. It looked very old and very dangerous. It looked like a couple of the fuses had blown. There was only one fuse remaining. It was the fuse box for the theater.
Sorry, no.
It looked very old and very dangerous.
Okay, fuse box.
The support strut was wedged between the floor and the ceiling. It was holding up the floor of the room above. I guessed the strut was supporting the safe in the room above. The The strut wouldn't budge. The friction from the floor was too great.
Nico could die while I was supporting
Yes,
the safe
George?
in the room above.
I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe.
Yeah, I think we have to... Maybe we have to lube it up with the grease paint.
The grease paint was too old and hard to work into the gap. If only I had a liquid lubricant.
Oh.
Hey, Nico, can you give me a hand here for a second?
What do you want me to do, George?
Take a hold of this and pull it when I say so.
You're such a romantic.
Yeah.
It's no good, George. It's not going to move.
What do you suggest?
Maybe you should loosen it first.
Yeah, I don't have anything liquidy. I do have a paper cup. Oh, okay. What if we go back up to those really hot theater lights and we melt the grease paint and collect it in the cup? That sounds like something that could work. Or maybe we can use some of the syrup, some of the lemonade syrup, perhaps. That seems less likely, because that would be sticky instead of slippery. But if life gives you lemons, you eat some lemons. And if life gives you melons, you put them under your shirt and enjoy your relief from the dysphoria. So let's go get some grease paint. If I can remember where the fucking stairs are. They're over here. They're not over here. Where are the... Hello, what are you?
A huge pile of counterweights for the trap door. If I hadn't given up going to the gym, I would have been able to lift them all.
No, no, George. No. Incorrect. Damn it, Trip. Okay. Nico, can you, like, push this button for me?
Nico?
Yes, George?
No. Maybe from here?
Nico?
Yes, George?
Yes, George? No, George. I don't have, like, a toggle button. Miku? Hatsune Miku? Why are you delivering my pizza? Okay,
Ah! Damn, that's hot. What a jerk. It was so obvious that was going to happen. No way I could melt the paint in my hands. I needed something to melt it in.
What a jerk. You mean me? Because, yeah. Yeah, honestly. Did he just put paint in his hands to melt it? He sure did.
The stage light was hot enough to melt the paint. As the grease paint melted, the smell of burning fat stung my nose. But at least it worked.
Alright, we now have a cup of grease. Let's get back down there. Ah, there's no button for that. Let's drink paint.
That door wasn't going to open.
I don't know where I've lost again. Is it that door?
Either the door was stuck,
No.
or it was just locked.
Got saved by Leidenfrost. I actually don't know what that is. I know what would happen if he got saved by Lederhosen. He would be the luckiest man alive. Is this the correct door? Yes, good. Good. Leidenfrost is the effect where if you cook a cold thing or a very hot thing, it protects the cold thing for a brief period of time. What did I learned? No, 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 it was over this way. I think...
The door had been locked. He wasn't letting anybody in.
Maybe not. This way? Okay.
I hoped the melted grease paint would work as a lubricant. Nico?
Yes, George?
I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more
Okay,
than
we've
one
already
way
said
to crack
that.
a safe.
I was hoping to get her assistance. I think we have to actually use her on it, though. There
Hey,
we go.
Nico? Can you give me a hand here for a second?
I'm not pulling it again.
I've greased it this time. This time it'll work.
Okay, I trust you.
That's what a guy likes to hear.
Land on him! Land on him! Land on him! Damn it!
Oh, God!
That's one way to crack a safe.
You didn't say you were trying to crack my skull, too.
Just the usual slight miscalculation. You know me, Nico.
What are you
Wouldn't be
doing?
you without it.
What are you two doing? Why are you rubbing asses in the middle of the... I don't... No, 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 nope.
There were two things inside. A key card and some kind of amazing artifact. It had been hewn from stone. Strange crystals were embedded within it. My God! Nico, look at this!
What is it?
Whatever it is, Cesaro must think it's important.
It's kind of lumpy. What is this card?
It was a swipe card for a security lock.
Okay.
The oddly shaped artifact was encrusted with blue crystals.
Ah, the blue crystal rod. It's from, like, Quest of Key.
A very old ladder. Judging by the woodworm, a very dangerous one, too. Trying to use that thing would be suicidal.
Hey, Nico, do you think this is a ladder or a step ladder? Ah, you're no fun.
Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked.
Well, we've caused an enormous amount of noise and damage. Good for us. Anything in here?
There was nothing behind the door, or my ear problem was back. That door wasn't going to open.
Oh my God, George! Look at this!
Is that really necessary?
His chest has been just burned away.
I've seen dead bodies before, but this guy's a real award winner.
Ugh.
Ooh, looks like he had chicken for lunch.
Whatever could have caused this, George?
You've never eaten in an English restaurant?
Seriously.
I don't know. I'm a lawyer, not a pathologist.
I don't know who the hell this is. Ooh. Who is this?
Ugh. I can't believe I'm gonna do this. As I searched his pockets, I could swear he was watching me, but someone else had beaten me to it. All I found was an empty card holder.
Okay.
With a hair grip and some foil from a chewing gum wrapper, I could have knocked together a rudimentary device to fuse the lock. Or I could find the card that opened the door.
Okay, smartass.
Hey, Nico, an elevator.
We've a choice of down or down.
You know, I've missed you.
I've missed you too.
Well, that's settled then. Shall we go?
This really has the feeling of being written in the immediately post-Whedon era. Error. Yeah, the immediately post-Whedon era. Era is what I was going for.
Pressing the button would take us back up to the theater.
Okay. Not where I want to go, so let's take a look around here. I still like his writing. Even if he's a gigantic asshole. Which he is.
Look at this, Nico.
What is it, George?
It's some sort of symbol carved into the stone. They must have found it when they excavated this tunnel.
It looks like forked lightning. I wonder what it means.
Beats me.
Done much worse for movies. I honestly don't think Alien Resurrection is as bad as it has a reputation for being. But I do know you can make Joss Whedon cry if you mention it.
The stone looked heavy.
So,
I certainly wasn't going to pick it up.
I'm pleased by that. I don't have anything to copy this onto. Nico, can you, like, memorize this for me?
That wasn't such a good idea.
No, okay. What is this?
My God! Bruno was right.
Oh, George! It's beautiful! Who could have built something like this?
More to the point, what's it for?
There's a bridge out to the center.
Let's go see.
Oh no, let's take the one-way path across the bridge. Let's save our fucking game first. Also, I like that apparently this is suspended by cobras.
George, look at that.
It's some kind of column of energy.
Dragon power?
Look inside.
Looks like a stone of some sort.
Put your hand in it.
Held in place for thousands of years.
Put your hand in it.
Whoa! What the hell? Nico, did you see that?
I did, George, but I don't believe it.
They both put their hands in it.
It likes you, George.
Well, pick it up.
George, what just happened? It was solid a moment ago.
I don't know. It's weird.
What did you take?
Just looks like a flat slab of rock with some kind of symbol like an omega on it.
So what's a slab of rock doing inside a column of strange power? And why couldn't I get it?
Beats me. Charisma?
Watch it, fella.
I'm really enjoying the panoramic, the panning around, panoramic panning, I guess. Why did it just stop and oh shit. We're gonna have a quick time event now. I bet.
What the heck was that? What's going on? Those guys are terrified. It's only one man. Why are they running?
George, quickly. Someone is coming up in the elevator.
Oh no, it's Cesaro.
Got his girlfriend too.
Nico, we don't have time to get past the elevator. Find somewhere to hide.
What is he doing here? How did he get past all the guards?
The men are weak. They don't understand what is at stake.
Wait here a moment. We shall see what happens next.
I think they somehow missed me.
Petra! There they are! Kill them!
Quick,
God, load
George,
that
this
fucking
way.
thing, Petra. Whoops.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Wait. We can talk.
Too late.
Wait!
I think I let her get too close. I think I have to run faster than that, but the controls are, not ideal.
What the heck was
Oh
that?
no, I have to do the whole thing over.
What's going
Okay.
on? Those guys are terrified.
And the cutscenes in this are
It's
unskippable.
only one man. Why are they running?
George, quickly. Someone is coming up in the elevator.
Oh no, it's Cesaro.
Got his girlfriend too.
Nico, we don't have time to get past the elevator. Find somewhere to hide.
Okay, run for it. Run, George.
What is he doing here? How did he get past all the guards?
Okay.
The men are weak. They don't understand what is at stake.
Wait here a moment.
Before
We
I
shall
climb
see
up, I'm
what
gonna save
happens
state.
next.
Yeah, let's just do a quick save state. Okay.
Petra! There they are! Kill them!
Quick!
Now let's see if I
George,
can
this
outrun
way.
him. Didn't know PS2 emulators had working save states. They do. This is very hiccupy, though.
Not fast enough, Blondie.
Damn you!
Well, don't stick your head out there! You still got a fucking gun, George! Okay. Save state turned out unnecessary. 2 loading screen. Why do they keep calling her blonde when she's got Sephiroth hair? Because, I don't know.
George, I'll hold the doors to stop the elevator going back down. See if you can find another way of keeping the doors open.
There wasn't a reason to try that.
Yeah, why smash it with a metal rod?
Now, that wasn't quite right. I thought about it, but decided not to do it.
Can you just put the wrong card in?
Not this time.
No.
Without the right card, the door wasn't going to open.
Like, there's gotta be something I can do with, like, really?
I thought about it, but decided not to do it.
That
wasn't such a good idea.
I don't have anything I can, like, glue in there.
That wasn't such a good idea. Now, that wasn't quite right. It looked like a card reader, but without buttons or a keypad. I wondered why it had been installed.
Postcard?
That wasn't the right approach.
I'm genuinely just trying everything I've got in my inventory on it
That
now.
wouldn't work here.
What if I combine the bottle opener and the swipe card and scratch it up? No? What if I, stick the 2 ID cards together? No? Okay. What if I wedge a pair of fucking boxer shorts in there?
Nope, that wouldn't work here.
Okay.
That wasn't the right approach. Nico was holding the door to keep it from closing. I had to find another way of keeping it open. I wasn't going to swap places with Nico. I needed to find a way to get us both out of there safely. Nico was holding the door to keep it from closing. I had to find another way of keeping it open.
A little bit stuck here. Just a bit.
He wasn't carrying anything. He'd already been searched by someone else.
I guess we can just walk off. But this is a dick move. But maybe we need to. Maybe there's...
Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked.
There was that... Maybe it's that guy, the, Like, remember there was, somebody holed up and shooting. Maybe that's the guy who was holed up and shooting.
The door had been locked. He wasn't letting anybody in.
No. Oh!
It was the fuse box for the theater. It looked very old and very dangerous.
Hit it with a pipe.
There wasn't a reason to try that.
Yes, there is. Trust me. Put a bottle opener in it.
That wasn't such a good idea.
No. Magnifying glass.
I thought about it,
No.
but decided not to do it.
Got the solution if I might need it.
Looks like it strutted its stuff for the last time.
Shut the fuck up, George. Can you give me some sort of rudimentary nudge? Bonk. Have everything I need, I just gotta use it in the right spot. Okay. Oh, maybe I can use the metal bar to hold the door open.
No way was I doing that.
No? Okay.
That wouldn't work here.
The inventory game, where we go through our inventory and try everything on everything.
Nope, that wouldn't work here.
Not these. Probably not that bottle opener?
I knew Harry wouldn't mind me using his bottle opener like this. Okay, Nico, you can let go.
Good thinking, George.
Okay. I'm not gonna dwell on it. I'm a little befuddled by that one. I would have expected to, like, short out the card reader with it, honestly. But sure, wedging it in the elevator doors, that does mean that they stay open. Although, why not a pipe? Okay.
Stay back, Nico. They put guys at the top of the stairs.
Not
Great.
guys!
Now what are we gonna do?
Attack them and knock them unconscious?
Get real, George.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just find a way to get past them.
Shit, there's guys. An unstoppable force. So what happens if we just go up and say hi?
Looks like we need to find another way out, Nico.
Kind of stating the obvious, George.
True, but I try to do it with style.
You fail. Alright, let's try something else. Oh, okay. Well, we can't do that. There we go. You can actually use that from inside. Good to know. Ta-da! Then we get off the stage. Run straight down the middle. Well, up the side. And all of these doors are locked, if I recall.
The door was locked and I didn't have a key to open it.
Yeah, I think all of these doors are locked. So...
The door wouldn't budge.
Okay. Back around to those... to the ladder that's around the side.
George, where are you going? We have to get out of here.
Trust me, Nico, this way is safer. And I've got a friend waiting outside.
Okay, I guess we have made our escape. Double loading screen.
So, where had Bruno disappeared to?
Mr. Stobart, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
My apologies, but I must take the key from you.
George!
Quickly, mademoiselle. We must get him somewhere safe.
Okay.
They managed to open it.
Did they take?
They took everything.
That is highly inconvenient. Now we must retrieve it.
How shall I find them?
Do not worry. I know where they will go next.
What about this place?
Not important. Our work is finished here.
This Stobart. He has powers.
I know. It is disconcerting, but not a problem. Kill them for me, Petra. Both of them.
With pleasure.
George, mystical powers, Stobart. Okay, sure. He has plot armor. Every time I point my gun at him, it misfires. I don't know why I'm doing this voice. It's like a horrible fusion of the two of them.
He's coming round.
How can you tell?
No joking, please, Andre.
It was a big shock.
How do you think I felt when you brought him in here?
Ow!
Slowly, George.
I feel like somebody plugged me into the national grid.
You are one lucky bunny, George.
There's good news and bad news.
It usually is. Give me the good news first.
When you were attacked, you managed to steal something.
Mm-hmm. The bad news?
Your attacker stole the crystal artifact and got away.
That's not all the bad news, though, is it?
Oh, don't be silly, George. Andre and I are just good friends.
Very good friends.
Now, you don't change.
Nor you.
We don't need this, Andre. This is what you grabbed when you fell.
Weird. Have you worked out the markings?
They are quite baffling us.
We should pool our knowledge.
You're right, Nico.
Alright, let's do this conversation.
This stone we found at the theater.
Yes.
I've seen this exact symbol before.
My dear George, it is a Greek omega symbol. You're bound to have seen it before.
No, I mean this exact same style.
Of course.
Yes, it is.
Congo.
That's right, in the caves.
The slot in the wall.
Exactly. Bruno, would you like to bring these guys up to speed?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, recap what you know.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, where shall I start?
Well, tell them about the dragon cult.
Ah, yes. The dragon cult was formed by Susaro after death of Grand Master at St. Ninians. He pulled together remnants of Neo-Templars and made them into his own organization.
Sounds like he should be thanking you, not trying to kill you.
He continues the work started by Grand Master, using what they call dragon energy for his own purposes.
This power is about to peak.
It runs in cycles, each 12,000 years long. The current cycle is reaching its zenith. Susaro knows where is the Temple of the Dragon. It contains the means to enhance the power buildup, an extraordinary device known as the Armillary.
Nico, you doing okay there? You got some on your shoulder?
What have you discovered, Andre?
It seems that Suzaro's utilizing the secrets of the Voynich manuscript.
But Vernon had only worked out part of it before he was killed.
He did find out that the Key of Solomon is somehow crucial to Suzaro's plan.
What's the Key of Solomon?
It's an ancient book that's reputed to hold the wisdom of Solomon.
Ah, this is a falsehood. It is an ancient stone device encrusted with crystals.
Uh-oh.
That's the thing we took from the safe. It must have been one of Cesaro's men who stole it back.
Or a different group entirely.
But who?
Who knows? These people don't like appearing in the history books.
What's the purpose of the Key of Solomon?
Remember, I told you about the Temple of the Dragon?
The main power source.
There is a machine there. They call it the Armillary. Once it is running, the key is used to create a huge burst of dragon power.
If Cesaro's got the armillary running, why hasn't he used the key already? Why keep it in a safe in Paris?
Because you have to use the key at precisely the right moment. There is just a tiny door of opportunity.
You mean window?
A window? Not a door?
I know, it makes no sense.
Okay. The window lasts just a few days. Cesaro is waiting for that window.
Key of Solomon, block punch. Yes, it is, it's very much Solomon's key. Like, I think I said that at the time.
What are your thoughts, Nico?
I keep thinking about the diagram. Is it a convergence of ley lines?
It's possible, but I have never seen one like it.
This could be how Cesaro found the location of the temple.
But yes, you are right.
We got a lot of clues, but I think we've still got a way to go. The only solid lead we've got is the artifact and the jungle cave.
I think I know where this is heading.
You're right. The Congo.
The loading screens kinda sap a bit of the energy from this game. Like, it should be the Congo! And then they charge out the door, but instead we get like a loading screen and they're gonna appear in the Congo.
Oh, I wanted to give the Jeep back, but I couldn't find no one to give it back to. So, I set up my own taxi company, just to keep busy, like.
Lucky we found you.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yeah, you wouldn't get any of the locals driving up here. I'll stay here, keep an eye open.
Turn the meter off, okay?
Ah, very funny.
The last person to lock this was probably Cesaro.
Any luck?
Nope.
And I think on that note, we'll leave this for tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll open the door of Cesaro. But we won't use Solomon's key for it. Now, one moment, I want to check the extras and see if there is any... Yeah, there is a concept art gallery. We haven't unlocked it yet. Oh, the Voynich manuscript. Can we look at it? Considered by many to be the most oh, hey, there's a whole little wiki article on it. That's nice. And geomancy! Invented by Nikola Tesla. Wonderful. Okay. So I am going to make a quick check and see if there is anybody I care to raid at the moment around. And, not at the moment. I will see you folks tomorrow. Until then, I will release you into the ether. You are all free now. And, good night.